Good evening and welcome to my presentation, my Prezi presentation for week 2, focused on leadership strategies during a major powder outage. Um, when the major occurrence, when the occurrence of a major powder outage presents significant challenges that require immediate attention and effective leadership. Some of the theories that can guide responses during 4 crucial timeframes could be 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 hours, and 3 days after the crisis has begun. Um, so identifying some of these key frames: immediate assessment of safety and situation in 3 seconds, 3 minutes initial communication with team and stakeholders, 3 hours coordinating resources and response efforts, 3 days planning for recovery and restoration of services. So 3 seconds after the crisis, um, immediate aftermath of a powder outage. Go into very quick action is crucial to assess the situation and ensure safety of others. Leaders must quickly gather relevant information, communicate clearly with their teams, prioritize actions that prevent harm and confusion, establishing a good layer of foundation for effective crisis management. 3 minutes. So the 3 minutes are critical after a major powder outage. Leaders are tasked with rapid communication and assessment. This ensures that all team members are informed of the situation and can report any immediate concerns and aiding a coordinated response. 3 hours after. Um, so the 3 hour mark, leaders must establish clear communication channels among their teams, coordinate resources, delegate tasks to ensure a structured response to the outage that involves connecting with the local utilities, engaging emergency services, emergency response teams, aligning efforts with the community needs. 3 days after, we did add the leadership theory, leadership theory, crisis leadership. So the crisis leadership is essential during emergencies such as a major powder outage, when leaders need to quickly assess the situation, prioritizing safety, and communicate effectively with teams and with their teams and the public. This approach does enable to navigate chaos, ensuring that the necessary actions are taken in place in order to um, litigate impacts and restore the order correctly. So the 3 days of recovery and restoration planning. Um, Day 1, damage assessment, evaluating um, damage assessment, assessing the extent of the power outage. Day 2, resource allocation, finding resources nearby or within the city or within their own resources in order to restore. And then day 3, communication strategy, implementing the communication plan to keep stakeholders informed. The other leadership theory that was used was a servant leadership. Um, while servant leadership does focus on serving others, it can be complemented by other leadership theories during a crisis. For example, combining it with crisis leadership allows for a quick decision making while still prioritizing team well being. This dual approach can lead to more resilient response to the outage. A 3-month long term For the 3 months, it is a proactive approach to strengthen systems and preventing future crises, which is crucial for our organizational stability. So, assessing of current systems, evaluate the effectiveness of existing organizations, which can identify weaknesses and areas of improvement. The next one is implementation of resilient strategies, developing and applying the strategies that at that aim at strengthening systems against future outages, and then creating also backup solutions. The next one, training and development. So, looking into investing into training programs for staff to enhance and strengthen their skills in future crisis management and response protocols. The lastly, feedback and continuous improvement. So collecting feedback from sponsors post crisis to sharpen the plans, ensuring continuous learning and adaptation to changing needs. The other leadership theory was adaptive leadership, which is responding to crisis dynamics, fostering the team resilience, and encouraging innovative solutions, and learning from the past challenges. In conclusion, to these two and combining the diverse leadership provides multiple framework for navigating crises like a major power outage. When applying situational, transformational crisis, servant and adaptive leadership during different time frames, leaders can effectively respond and communicate and plan for recovery, ensuring both immediate and a long-term flexibility. Um, this was the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.